Rock Island girls basketball team was able to pull off the biggest upset of the season when they recently beat previously undefeated and #1 team in Class 3A, Geneseo, on their home court. We're now joined by three members of the Lady Rocks girls basketball team. We have Danae Robinson, we have Bree Stewart, and we have Amari McDuffie. Ladies, you guys are off to a great year, second in the Western Big Six, and coming off arguably your biggest win of the year, knocking off a previously undefeated Geneseo team who was ranked #1 in the state in Class 3A. Danae, I'll start with you. As you got ready for that game against Geneseo, kind of take me through the thought process of this team as you're getting ready to play them for a second time.
Well, I think we're just really we were really locked in. Our mental was just fully there. And we were all just we wanted to prove to everybody that we're not the underdogs and that we can do it and that we got it. But the next time we play them, we have to be just as intense and just be just as locked in.
Bree, that underdog role was something that I know you guys really embraced. Now that you've beaten them, do you still feel like an underdog, or was it more of a confidence builder for you ladies to beat them on your home court?
Yeah, I wouldn't say we still feel that way now. I don't know. It made us have more confidence, know that we could do it and prove to everybody that we could do it and just do that.
I'll add on to Bree. I feel like most of our losses though was kind of our fault, I would say, as a team. So just staying in the game the whole time was the one thing that we were doing.
Mm-hmm. Amari, when you're playing a team like Geneseo for a second time, you know that what they like to do, you know their tendencies, and you know what they want to do on the court. Did that help this time around? I mean, knowing them a little bit better in the second game you play them.
Yes, definitely. Knowing who's a shooter, who really facilitates their offense, who all we have to stop and everything was what we actually were looking at in film, watching them.
Danae, to get that win, what did it mean to you ladies to be that first team to give them their first loss?
It felt it felt so surreal. It was just crazy to beat the #1 ranked team in the state. Cause I just feel now that we have our confidence up, we can beat really anybody we put our mind to.
Mm-hmm. Bree, how does this team refocus? Obviously that game was fun. That game was important. Gave you a lot of confidence, a lot of momentum, but you can't sit back and be well, we just beat the #1 team. That's great. You got to move forward now. How do you do that knowing that you have this confidence? How does this team move forward and get ready for that next game?
We're just going to work hard at practice and get prepared for the next team and just keep the flow going, stay locked in and getting better.
Mm-hmm. Amari, this team with that kind of win, it opens eyes for some people, but it was something that maybe you guys kind of expected a little bit. Kind of talk about that part of it where now teams might come at you a little bit harder, play you a little bit tougher because all right, you just knocked off the #1 team in the state. Let's see how good they really are at this point. Are you guys ready for that kind of challenge?
I think we definitely are. Staying more consistent as we play is something that we need to do as a team. When we played them last night, it was the whole game we were all consistent on defense and offense, not getting rushed, not really making bad decisions during the game. So I just feel like it's the end of the season. So now, of course, we're going to start playing better teams when we get to the regionals and things. So just staying focused and keeping the consistency as we play will be very important. If any other team, I feel like we'll definitely be looking forward to it. But I feel like most people look at our record and be oh, they're really bad or they're not as good as we thought. But honestly, all the teams that we lost to were definitely ranked teams at one point. So it's just making us better. Coach Hall made that schedule for us to get better, not just not be challenged, I'll say.
Danae, you ladies have had some big wins outside of the Geneseo game. I know you beat Pleasant Valley and the girls shootout here, and you've had some other big wins along the way. And Amari touched on it a little bit. The games that you've lost have mainly been because of something you ladies have done on the court or not executed well on the court. So do you feel like you've been cleaning that up and over the next 2 weeks, you will be ready for that postseason run?
Yeah, I think we just have to we had to learn how to play with each other, and it took a long time, but I think we're figuring it out. And yeah, I think we'll be good by the end of our season and for regionals and everything. Because in practice, we've been really locked in trying to get better.
And I know that Geneseo is possibly in your regional, or at least in the sectional, you could face them again. So there is that potential of a third meeting with them. But I want to ask you about Coach Henry Hall. Obviously, he can be pretty serious. He can be pretty hard on you, I know, at times, but he's got to have a little bit of fun. Knowing him, he's got to have a little fun. So what does he kind of do to lighten the mood, to, I guess, after a tough practice or after a tough game or whatever, to make sure that it's not always serious? And any one of you can answer that, but what does he do to kind of lighten the mood for you ladies?
He always tells us to have fun and just to make sure that we're having fun with it and not just going through the motions.
I say we have team dinners. Like, we do a lot of things as like a team. Like, sometimes before most conference games, we have the day before our game, we have team dinners, and we really go out to breakfast with each other and go out to eat with each other sometimes. So that's another thing.
Yeah.
Well, ladies, congratulations on the big win. And good luck the rest of the season. I know Galesburg is this week and a few more games, so wrap up your Western Big Six season before you hit the postseason. So continued success for the rest of the year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's halftime. Up next, self-motivation. What a Moline guard is doing to make himself better as he strives for his own goals. That's next on The Score Sunday.